I'm Vince Manship with Garage Gurus, and I want to talk today about EV tools, things you'll need as you move into the diagnostic realm. Let's take a look. What we're talking about down here are some safety items, maybe some lockout, tagout tags, just so you can mark vehicles that they are high voltage exposed and disconnected. Proving unit puts out high voltage, so you can check your voltmeter. When you do get a voltmeter, you don't want to do something like this. The problem we have with something like this is down here, this is a Cat 2 rated. This is a 600 volt internal device, which means that if I put more than 600 volts to it, I could do damage and potentially cause some actual injury. So I'm going to want to stay away from that. I'm going to want to go with something here, and I'm going to want to look down between the leads and make sure I've got a Cat 3 1000 volt rated meter. Now, you don't need both of these, and I've got a variety of examples here. These are insulation testers, megohm meters, if you will. They'll put out a high voltage. You're looking for leaks in insulation. And that's what we're going to want as we start diagnosing failures of isolation or motor or inverter faults internal, just because of jumping voltage, arcing, if you will, lack of insulation. These meters down here, these are examples of milliohm meters. They measure fractions of ohms, and I'm going to need that when I do measurements trying to decide whether or not I have a motor winding failure. Tools like this will measure one phase of the three-phase motor circuit at a time. Tool like this from Pico will measure all three phases at once. That may have some value for you, but you do want to think about tools like this as you move into the diagnostic side of the EV business. As far as the scanning goes, Tesla is really the oddball here because they've moved away from the OBD2 connector in many of their models, and they did this several years ago. So you're going to need adapters. This is one example. I have several that I use on different models. But that's just a little overview of the equipment you'll want to think about as you move towards diagnosing electrified vehicles. For Garage Gurus, I'm Vince Manship.